I want to persuade my audience to support the Clean Air Act. The Clean Air Act should be reinforced more to help build stronger standards that will improve the environment, protect public health, and future generations. Millions of Americans breathe air that silently harms their hearts, lungs, and overall health. Every year, air pollution contributes to more than 100,000 premature deaths in the United States. With my extensive research and the statistics that support it, I feel like I'm qualified to inform you about the Clean Air Act and why you should support it. Air pollution affects every one of us no matter where you live, whether it's in the cities or rural areas. It affects your health and your family's health, which is why I'm choosing to speak in favor of the Clean Air Act, which is also known as the CAA. In my speech, I will further explain what the Clean Air Act is, its purpose, and the positive impact of our health from this act. I now will talk about the history behind this act. According to the National Agricultural Law Center, in 1955, the CAA was enacted and later amended in 1970, 1977, 1990, in an effort to protect the nation's air quality. Air pollution affects our environment and our health. With this act, it helps limit our usage of certain things that increase air pollution. According to the EPA, the Air Pollution Control Act of 1955 was the very first federal legislation involving air pollution. This act provided funds for federal research in air pollution. The Clean Air Act of 1970 had a major shift in the federal government's role of air pollution control. This led to legislation authorized development of comprehensive, not state but federal regulations that limited emissions from mobile sources and stationary industrial sources. The CAA helps limit many problems with the environment and the well-being of everyone's health. Air pollution affects everyone, even the ones who don't suffer from health problems. There are many people who suffer from already existing health problems such as asthma, other pulmonary problems, cardiovascular disease, and neurological problems. That pollution can make their health problems worse. According to the EPA, between 1970 and 2020, the combined emissions of the 6 common pollutants, PM2.5, PM10, SO2, NOx, VOCs, CO, and PV, dropped by 78%. The consequences of this act not being in place would be unimaginable. Millions of people would be in and out of the hospitals or would not be able to live unless they stay in the hospitals. Many of the people who already have existing health conditions will suffer worse with the air being unclean and no regulations being put in place. The absence of the Clean Air Act would be more harmful for everyone, not just the people who already suffer from their health problems. The true existing policies that really helped started was in 1970. According to the conversation, the turning point came with the passage of the Clean Air Act of 1970, which put in place strict rules on pollutants and from industrial vehicles and power plants. For the first 20 years of this act, between 1970 and 1990, the economic benefits of the act were about 42 times greater than the cost. Many lives have been changed by the Clean Air Act and our environment. The purpose of the Clean Air Act is to promote a safer and cleaner environment for everyone by providing rules and regulations that we must follow to ensure that our environment stays clean and healthy. According to NRDC, clean air allows hundreds of people to live their lives to their full potential rather than facing early mortality from breathing polluted air. These policies have helped prevent many premature deaths. The reinforcement of this act has altogether can improve living not only for us now, but for our future generations. New technology becomes stronger every day. With this, we can do more advanced research and reinforce standards of the CAA to better our health and environment. By investing in renewable energy and clean transportation will not only reduce our dependence on fossil fuels, but also create a healthier community, stronger economies, and a more sustainable future. It will also lead to preservation of our ecosystem. Less reliance on fossil fuels means fewer oil spills, reduced drilling, and less destruction of natural habitats. Also, holding polluters accountable for their violation. The policy has already written laws work towards enforcing these harder. A counter argument would be, as noted by Encyclopedia, is that the CAA amendments impose criminal penalties, which includes up to 15 years in prison for those knowingly violating its standards, along with fines of $250,000 for individuals and $500,000 for corporations per violation. Adhering to such a strict laws could hurt businesses and increase costs. However, the economic benefits of cleaner air include reduced medical expenses and increased productivity, outweighing the cost of compliance, proving that stronger standards are not just good for public health but also our economy. Enforcing the violation only supports our future generations by holding corporations accountable. Now for our cleaner air. I will now conclude with the following statements. The Clean Air Act has already saved lives and improved our environment, but reinforcement will ensure even greater protection for public health and future generations. The Clean Air Act of 1970 has already helped our environment on so many different levels and saved many of lives. Clearly implementing this act and supporting the clear definitions of accountability will only help the future of our children. In conclusion, the Clean Air Act is not just legislation, it is a safeguard for our health, our environment, and our children's future. By supporting stronger standards, we choose clean air, healthier communities, and a legacy of responsibility for generations to come.